Hey bunnies, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Honey Villa, bringing you guys yet a different kind of video. So in this video I will be doing a type of Q&A about my journey, and you guys know it has been a long year. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. I will leave the socials in the description box below. So the first question that I get, and this is like probably the most primary question, is what kind of cancer do you have? And the simple answer is metastatic. Metastatic means that the cancer you had spread, so you either have the same cancer or multiple cancers in different, you either have the same cancer in different spots or you have different cancers. So the first cancer that was found was invasive mammillary carcinoma with medullary features. It is a type of breast cancer. It is a really, really rare one. And ironically, when I looked it up, it said it's actually not aggressive, but the one I had was very, very aggressive. That spread and I got lymphoma. I ended up getting melanoma, and I had a teratoma on my ovary, which ended up becoming ovarian cancer. So 4 types that we know of so far. And yeah, it was pretty late stage. It was scary. I was pre-diagnosed as terminal, and then they changed that, and I ended up becoming 3C, so I could be treated. So let's go to the next one. How did you find out? That is a long story in and of itself, and I'll be doing another video and telling you guys all the details about that one. Is there anything you need? Considering that I'm the journey's never over with somebody that has late stage cancer, but I'm almost through I'm at the line, I'm at the finish line just about. So is there anything I need? No. There are lots of things that I want, but as for needs, no. If I had to say I needed anything, it would just be the continuation of the love and support that I've been getting from everyone in my community. So thank you guys. It has been the ultimate blessing, and I'm really excited and glad to be able to share it and to have you guys come along with me on this. How has it changed you? Circumstances changed me more than I think the cancer did. The cancer gave me fear. It picked up every fear that one could ever possibly have, which I think is normal with people who don't have cancer in their family, who don't work in radiation, who, are younger than 40. It is terrifying to hear the words, you have cancer. And then especially when I was pre-diagnosed as terminal, and even after they told me, oh, it's not terminal, we can treat it, but it's very late stage, it is very scary. And they had a very aggressive treatment plan, and everything came at me, and I felt numb for a long time. And when I first found out I had cancer, I was in a seriously toxic relationship with someone who was using me. And they didn't help me be the person I am today. They were holding me back and holding me down and making me feel bad about feeling. It was I need a moment. Okay, we are back and we are good. Yeah, I was in a really bad place, relationship wise, mentally, emotionally, and felt like I didn't have the community that I know now that I do. And when particular people were taken out of my life, and I was able to kind of be myself again, after depression and after getting on particular meds to help me with that. I got on antidepressants, and I changed my diet. I started working out. I met new people, and life changed for me. I found out that there are a lot of people who thought I was beautiful despite, even without the crazy wigs and contacts and the makeup and the nails. And, I usually wear prosthetic breasts. And there are people who found me beautiful even in my natural state. They just like the way I think. They like the way I am. They love me like this, and they love me how, I guess, outside of the shell. And like that definitely changes you. I have become so much more expressive, just fun. I found out who I really was, and there's no going back, to the person I used to be. I am now the person I want to be, and I'm very proud of that. So that's how it changed me. Do you feel stronger? I have survived something that not everyone can say they can survive, but I don't feel stronger, not even mentally stronger. I felt like it broke me down, and from like a phoenix, from that breakdown, I rose and became something else, something new. Not necessarily because a lot of people would say, oh, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. No, what doesn't kill you changes you. And that's how I would answer that one. Is there any advice you'd give? Yes, 100%. First and foremost is anyone going through something similar. I got the best tips and tricks from people who actually went through something similar. So I was really nervous to talk to anyone outside the nurses. The nurses tend to talk to you, whether it's the chemo nurses, whether it's just the regular primary nurses, whether it's the radiation tech nurses. They would always talk to me and give me advice, and when I was around someone else, I would listen, I would overhear, and I don't want to say I was threw myself into conversations, but I would usually try, because I wanted other people's opinions and advice, people who had been through it a lot longer than me, how they were handling it, what tips and tricks they had, and that is the best. Get your news from them. I'm not saying don't completely shut out the doctors, but sometimes what the doctors say and what the nurses say are night and day to each other. So that is number one. Number two is, if you don't have a nutritionist or a dietitian, request one. Most insurances cover it, and they will really, really help you. They have so much information. The one that I worked with specialized in how your body changes with chemo, whether it's the oral chemo or the IV chemo, and I had both. So there's a lot of taste things that happen to your body, and she was always there to save me. So I recommend that. Outside of that, my best advice would be, make sure that you have a community behind you. Build your community. Don't be afraid to trust, but also don't trust and put so much faith into people that if they let you down, that you're going to break down. That happened to me, and I learned the hard way to stop doing that. But you really can't go through it alone. I know that there are some people that have, and I don't know how they did it, because I couldn't have gone through it alone. I needed several different people to talk to, because one was like, I would talk about my physical ailments, one I would talk about my emotional or mental ailments, one I would talk about the things that were happening, that were being created in my relationship because of this. Someone else I would talk to about my diet or my exercising or my fatigue. So you want to make sure that you have people that are there for you, that you can call in the middle of the night. I'm very, very fortunate again to have a really tight-knit community that will be there for me if I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and they got to go to work at 5. They'll still get up and be like, hey, I can listen to you for a little bit, but I might be getting dressed, and doing my makeup. And it didn't matter. They knew the situation. And now that it's getting so close to the finish line, they're like super psyched. They're like, hopefully no one else has anything. This last year has been draining for all of us. And when they say that, I feel it too. It's like, we were in this together. Like, yes, I had it, but we fought it. We are winning the battle. So, community. And those are the most popular questions that I've been getting, and I hope that those answers were sufficient for you guys. Again, thank you so much for the love and support. If you'd like to make a donation, I'll go ahead and put that too in the description box. But, good vibes, energy, karma, and prayers are always welcome as well. Thank you so much.